All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to talk about a really fascinating idea, one that kind of flips the script on what it means to succeed in our AI driven world. It turns out it's not about having all the best answers anymore, it's actually about asking the best questions.
So, let me just ask you this right off the bat. In an age where AI can answer pretty much anything you throw at it in seconds, what do you think is the one skill that truly matters most? Is it, I don't know, coding, data analysis? Maybe it's getting really good at prompt engineering? Just give that a thought for a second.
Well, the answer might not be what you expect. It's actually a little counterintuitive. See, in a world that is just flooded with answers, the real game changer isn't finding one more answer. The real power, the real breakthrough, comes from asking the right question in the first place.
And that brings us to our first section, which really gets to the heart of the challenge we're all facing today. We are, for sure, living in the age of answers.
So here's the central paradox of our time, right? We've got this amazing AI that gives us this incredible abundance of answers, and it does it at a speed that's just mind-boggling. But that sheer volume can be a trap, because if we're not asking high-quality, deeply thought-out questions, we run the risk of using all this incredible power to just solve the wrong problems, but brilliantly. It's like making a process 10% more efficient when the real question we should be asking is whether that process should even exist at all. Okay, so if the big problem is a lack of good questions, what's the solution? Well, let's jump into section 2. The answer lies in this really powerful concept from Hal Gregersen at MIT, and it's called the catalytic question. And you know, the language here is so important. This isn't just about making small improvements, asking, how can we be 10% more efficient? No, a catalytic question is designed to be a disruptive force. It's meant to shake the very foundation we're standing on. So, for example, instead of asking, how do we sell more of this product? A catalytic question might be, if we were starting from scratch today, would we even build this product to solve our customer's problem? You see the difference? It's a question that forces a really radical shift in thinking.
And this quote, this really gets to the heart of the entire mindset. The real value isn't in magically finding one single perfect question right away. It's all about the process of coming up with lots of them. Because that process, it forces us to look at a problem from every possible angle, to challenge our own biases. And that's where the truly smart breakthrough ideas come from.
So this all sounds great, but how do we actually do it? Section 3 is going to lay out a really practical framework for us. Let's take a look at the core principles of what's called powerful inquiry. This is absolutely a discipline, and it's built on 4 key practices. First up, it's about identifying your unknown unknowns. Basically, having the humility to go looking for the things you don't even realize you're missing. Second, it's about using questions to proactively hunt down and tackle those leadership blind spots before they blow up into major crises. Third, and this is a big one, it requires you to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. The best, most transformational questions often feel unsettling because they challenge everything we take for granted. And finally, it's about applying the power of the pause, resisting that urge to jump to a quick answer, and instead, just taking the time for real, intentional reflection. Okay, so let's bring this all back to technology. How does this new mindset really change our relationship with AI? Well, as we're going to see in section 4, it reframes AI completely, not just as a tool, but as a genuine partner. Just look at the incredible shift in mindset this creates. So on the left, you've got the old model. It treats AI like an answer vending machine, right? It's there to replace human effort, and it's all focused on the what. But the new model on the right is totally different. Here, AI becomes an inquiry partner. It doesn't just spit out an answer. It actually helps you sharpen and refine your questions. It augments your own curiosity and helps you explore that deeper why and the really transformative what if. So what happens when you start doing this consistently, when it becomes a habit? You actually start to build a valuable new kind of asset. In our final section, we're going to explore what the source material calls questioning capital. You should really think about this like any other form of capital, because it is an incredibly powerful asset. It's the skill and the reputation you build for not just asking a brilliant, thought-provoking question, but for having the grit and ability to see it all the way through to a tangible, positive impact. I mean, in an age of endless complexity, this becomes the ultimate leadership skill. So to wrap up this whole explainer, I want to leave you with a bit of a challenge. For just a moment, forget about finding the next right answer. Instead, I want you to think about this. What is the one catalytic question that, if you truly, deeply explored it, could fundamentally transform your work, your team, or maybe even your entire organization, starting today? Because that is where the real breakthrough is waiting.